What's up, Mixed Nutters? It's your boy Marcus here, and today we are covering the top 10 lottery fails. Alright, so let's get into this countdown. Starting at number 10, we got Amanda Clayton. Let's go ahead and throw that up on the screen. Look at this lady. Oh, her life changed instantly. Let's take a closer look at her story. Now, Amanda Clayton from Michigan won $1 million. $1 million. What could you do with that kind of money? I know what I'd be doing.
Smoke weed every day.
Amanda won $1 million back in 2011. Winning the jackpot of that size is fantastic. But then you realize it's not a big enough sum of money to set you up for life. She was only 25. And at 25, you don't really know what you're doing, but you know enough to get into trouble. Despite winning $1 million, it did not stop her from applying and receiving food stamps. What the fuck? Amanda thought she was smart by cutting costs to make her money stretch out. But what she didn't know was, that's illegal. These actions eventually led to a fraud conviction. And then she was put on a 9-month probation. She didn't live too much long after that. In September 2012, she died penniless of a possible drug overdose. Jeez. Remember, people, money only increases what you already are. I'm going to say that several times because people need to hear that. If you got problems, money only exacerbates it. Coming in at number 9 is Evelyn Adams. Oh, this lady was extra lucky. This New Jersey resident won $5.4 million. Once in 1985 and then another time a year later. Let's do it 2 times, fool. Not 1 time, 2 times. And it did not turn out well. It didn't turn out well at all, son. Between the pressure of her family and friends to help them out with businesses and finances, all her money was gone by 2011. And she now lives in this trailer. Zoom that in because we got to take a look at that. Coming in at number 8 is Jay Summers. Jay won 20% of a $28.9 million jackpot. Even 20% of that money is delicious. You could just, I probably just, with $28.9 million, 20% of that, I'd just be laughing with my mouth closed. How much that costs? It don't matter. Jay later admitted that he was too young to win that size of a jackpot. In 3 months, count them, 1, 2, 3, he spent $290,000 on 5 cars. He turned to his friend for help because his friend was a financial advisor. So he's like, hey, let me get some help with this. I'm going crazy. He now pays his bills working as a pizza delivery boy. Shit. Coming in at number 7, we got Sharon Tarabasi. Sharon is from Hamilton in Ontario, Canada. She became $10 million richer on the lottery. But by the time she was done buying cars, a house, exotic holidays, and hosting lavish parties, she was back where she started, riding a bus to her part-time job, living in a home that she now rents. Luckily, she didn't spend absolutely everything. She was smart enough to put money aside in a trust for her children. She expressed she enjoyed it while it lasted. I guess. Coming in at number 6, William, aka Bud Post. Truth be told, Will had a rough life, but his windfall came in 1988. He won $16.2 million in 1988. At the time of his lottery win, he had $3 in his bank account. He accepted his lottery winnings in installments. It wasn't long before he went into deep debt, buying lavish trips and vehicles for his siblings and for himself, all of which sent him spiraling into debt. He soon went bankrupt. His brother tried to kill him, and his 6th wife, that's right people, 6th wife, also tried to kill him. Shit. Now his 6th wife used to be his landlady, who forced him to give her 1/3 of the winnings. This man tried his best to erase his debt by auctioning off his mansion and several lottery annuities. In 1992, Will was arrested for an assault conviction and served time in prison. After prison, he went back living day to day on a small disability grant and welfare check. Coming in at number 5 is Janet Leigh. Now this lady, her $18 million windfall lasted longer than others. She chose the annuity option, receiving her cash installments in $620,000. But she lived a lavish lifestyle for 8 years. Bought luxury items and funded political campaigns. She donated money though. And all of this drained her money right from her. In 2001, she filed for bankruptcy. Coming in at number 4, Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, now this guy really hit it big. $20 million lottery win in 1996 was unfortunately followed by pure misery. Not too long after he won the lottery, he got a divorce and moved to Tampa, Florida for some reason and opened up a gourmet popcorn shop. He then said, why not get remarried? And that's when things get interesting. He had an affair with his sister-in-law who was 16. She then became pregnant and had to have an abortion that Jeffrey paid for. It ended with Jeffrey being murdered by his ex-wife, Victoria Jackson, then sentenced to 3 life terms in prison along with her boyfriend who was seen as an accomplice. Coming in at number 2, this dude's name is crazy, son. No joke, this is his real name. Coming in at number 2, his name is Abraham Shakespeare. God damn. Abraham Shakespeare, his life ended up being just as tragic as the play. His troubles started once he won that $31 million on the Florida jackpot. 3 years later, he disappeared after having given away most of the money to anyone who asked for some. His body was found under a concrete slab in 2010. Dee Dee Moore, the lady in the photo here, a woman who agreed to manage his remaining $1.8 million, was convicted in 2012 of first-degree murder. People, don't let murder be the case. You win that lottery, you keep that shit a secret. Coming in at number 1 is Andrew Jack Whittaker Jr. Now, Andrew won that stupid money. That's the kind of money, look, Andrew won $314 million. Let's just take a look at money right now, just so we can just imagine $314 million. Damn! Not only did he win this money, he went to collect the check. Let's take a look at the photo here. He went to collect the check with his face all out. Alright, I be wearing a wig and some big ass sunglasses, because you ain't gonna be able to recognize me nowhere, buddy. Andrew chose to get his money in one lump sum of $170 million in one lump sum before taxes. It clearly wasn't enough because he still managed to blow all of it. I know you're like, what? 170 million? Yeah, he blew the whole damn thing. He managed to do some good. Donated 10% to charity. He even bought a new truck for a store clerk that sold him the ticket for $125,000. I don't know what kind of truck this was, but this shit must have been amazing. And of course, he spent money on strippers and gambling.
Nice.
The result of this fame led to the murder of his daughter and the theft of $500,000, which he carried in a briefcase with him for some reason. In the end, he was sued for $1.5 million for bounced checks from a casino. He claimed that all of his money was stolen through forged checks. That leads us to the breakdown. People, winning the lottery can do many wonderful things for you and drastically improve your life. But remember, if you don't have command of your life, that money will take command for you. In the end, we all gotta be careful what we wish for. Are you even ready to receive that kind of blessing? The answer is, probably not. So get ready, be ready, stay ready. The purpose of this countdown is not to scare you, but to make sure you understand that money will only increase what you already are. And if you win that lottery, first thing you need to do is get you a psychiatrist and an accountant. And for God's sakes, wear a mask or some kind of disguise, because a lot of this can be avoided by people just not knowing you won. Please remember, money ain't everything, but it's something. And I know it probably don't mean much coming from me dressed like this, because we all know I'm a little, what's the best word for it?
I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a good way to describe me. Alright, Mixed Nutters, that's it for me today. I'm about to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixnuts. We got new videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and of course Friday. And until next time,